Here we are for the Rant Top-Up show on Doncaster Day, the greatest day of the year in Sydney racing. Welcome aboard, guys. Mark Lamboy.
Full bench today, Glenn.
Full bench, gorgeous.
You know, and standing, the new style. That's it. Groovy.
That's it, because we couldn't find a seat anywhere in this joint without overhead noise of Doxy
and G. Munsey.
And G. Munsey. Had to get rid of that.
Right, now let's introduce Paul, because he will have his forecast for how this track's going to play. Obviously the rail's back in the true. We haven't raced here for 4 weeks. The track was fast off like a 5.16 penetrometer at a 6 metre rail 4 weeks ago, Paul.
Yeah, the grass was not sure about that.
Probably. I haven't inspected the length of the grass, but you'd imagine it'd be its longest for the three carnival days.
I'm saying you want to be on pace and just keep an eye out with the inside. I'm not expecting anything terrible, but...
Are we asking the punters to check the height of the Victor Mower now as well?
Indeed.
Yes. Ever stop in this game? So there you go, punters.
You need your tape out, and away you go. Look, I'm thinking on pace. At this stage, I'm going to treat it as an even track, until we see the evidence that suggests it.
I think at this stage I prefer not to be on the rails, but I agree with you, the on pace. Now, race one, the favourites on the blow here, Andy Bihar and Legend of Condor and to a lesser extent Stunts have been targeted. There does seem to be a bit of talk about the condition or the fitness of this favourite. Have you heard anything?
I heard about a blood check and a vet check. Apparently it was all alright, but I think when New South Wales stewards put out reports that the veterinarian has cleared the horse to run, the market reacts.
And you want to take a sure price about a horse, you don't want anything to be negative about it.
So everything's positive. Yeah. And then you'll cross your fingers and cross your legs.
Any plays for you, Paul, here?
Not really, Mark. Probably the only one I can look at is perhaps Legend of Condor or Punters. I've got the play that is short, a lot of gear changes. It can rate high, but there's those question marks around this race. Lean machine, I think it's under the odds. I'm not sure where it's going to get to in the game, what they're going to try and do there. So I'll probably stay out of this race as well.
Okay, race 2, there doesn't seem to be a lot of activity. Beau Guest is the morning firmer, 8s into 13 to 2. With most of these markets today, the bookies seem to be sort of like getting into their gear. You know, it's like we'll stand here and we'll take everything, all comers. Gord, I know you were speaking Beau Guest yesterday.
I've taken the $8 this morning, 8s and 750s, and probably stay there because I don't have a lot of confidence, and I think it's into a price now that I don't want to take. It's into about $6.50 now. So
after finishing the tapes after doing the preview show, I have worn there to a horse called Sunderland who looks to get control, and I like the way. I liked the way the other day, even though the winner got underneath it, but the 3 lengths to the third horse. I thought it was strong last tonight.
Last minute tipping from G. Pollitt.
Well, I marked it 5 to 1 favourite.
Okay.
I'll give it a rough.
All right. And Paul, you got anything to offer on this race?
I've got the favourite 5 to 1 too, but I've got Sambro. I think this horse has got a bit of scope. I think the riding change is a big positive. It's an open race. There's certainly a few chances. There's probably, half a length to a length between the top 4 in my market. So the one that Glenn mentioned, I've got in around about the market price. It is forefront in the preparation order, so look, it certainly gets control. But look, it's a tricky race. But perhaps a small bit on Sambro.
Race 3, the fillies race, and the favourites are a touch soft. Hudson $13 into 11, Charlene 13 into 10, and good old Anthony Cummings. He can provide a horse from outside the or from wide of the mark. Rotterdam is 33s into $19.
Wow, that's a significant move for that style of horse.
Well, yeah.
I marked at 25. I thought I'd really found it.
Yeah, well, they've always got a little bit of a stink about them, those horses, haven't they? I know that most of us are fairly keen on She So High. You still there, Glenn?
Not so much.
Not so much.
Just ease off a little bit over there.
And Paul, what?
Look, it's got style, that horse. I've got a second favourite in my market, but I'm just concerned about the fact that it wasn't the best part of the track. I know what Gord mentioned yesterday was, it did have that style, it does have that turn of foot, but I don't like backing horses coming off the best section of the course. I'm not saying it can't win. As I said, I've got a second favourite. Demira I've got as favourite, about 7 to 2. So a bit longer on the market. I thought Charlene might be one of the odds that might be working here.
Okay. Look, the fourth, the country championship, actually no moves in the market this morning. Should we be anticipating a drift on David Down, given that $10
Well, I did mention that yesterday on the show. I stand by that comment because there's something wrong with this horse, but look, it's just an open race. I think Corey could have piling problems with number 1 for sure. I think the top pick has to be Victoria there.
Right. Okay.
I'm backing big time, but after looking into it a little bit more last night, I'm definitely going to be backing Smiths. I found some great form line class preparation that have given it an extra tick for me, so it's become a definite bet.
What have you found there? You know, PR'd up the inside there the other day. It was $1.80 to $1.50. It looked to have it looked to be a one-horse race.
It was a one-horse race. It got the job done, but what I'm saying is it actually has shown something off its Brisbane stuff that leans me to think it's going to be very competitive, if not in this race. And that's the fact that it's linked to a horse called Cellar Girl, who has form around Alizé in some group stuff. This horse donkey licked it. So we've got a reference there to Group 1 Sydney form, which means this horse is a serious chance.
Keep it on the track there. Are you a Snitz man or are you somewhere else?
No, I'm not Snitz. I have to be against it. I've got it marked about 15 to 1.
I'm 14.
Look, don't give a damn. I've got favourite reluctantly, but nowhere near the market price. Much longer than that. I'm probably in Glenn's camp if there was one to back. Victorian ran the fastest 6.2 of the meeting. The late speed sectionals and its ability to sustain that speed was monstrous, and it's got a bit of upside. So in a very tough race,
lovely trial too.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's got a lot of things going for it, but it is a tough race, and luck in running can be such an issue in these races, with a lot of them not being chances.
Yeah.
And getting in the way of those
roadblocks, isn't there?
So. I think whatever you do, you've just got to be a bit careful.
The staying race, there's no action this morning. Gord, are you still mad keen on Allwood?
Yeah, wins.
I'm mad keen on Master of Arts. He wins.
And Paul?
Look, I've got Allwood. I thought Allwood and Peribson were the runs of the races last time out. And look, I found them and I want to be with them, but the map's just too much of a problem for Allwood at that price. So it's just a price issue for me. I've got about 11 to 2 favourite. I thought one in the race at odds was Cis Montaigne, back onto a drier surface. Blinkers come off. I think this horse has got some good references that suggest it's definitely a winning chance, but it is an open race. You've got obviously Master of Arts. I've got about 6 to 1, so I could be on it at around about the $8 or $9.
Well, it's $12 now. $12 as we speak.
Oh, okay. Right. That's a good price.
The size producer Hood's the firmer in the race, 5 to 2 into 2s. The others are just slightly on the drift. I'm in the Hood camp. Paul, where are you sitting as far as this?
Yeah, 9 to 4 on my market.
Look at the prices within a roll of all my prices.
Right, so we can get rid of one of you next week.
You had something Allwood 11 to 2 on 5s. You had something 15s. I was 14s. There we go.
We're in sync.
Great minds think alike. Or is it the other way around?
You must have plenty of issues, Daly, because I know I... All right, let's keep going.
Okay, so Hood I got 9 to 4. I'm 9 to 2 Seabrook. I thought Longleaf was a terrific run in the slipper, and I've got it as some sort of a chance. And at around about $10, I'll definitely be on it. Tchaikovsky out the next one. So, look, the only thing about it, Hood, is that I don't think the gate's a great position. I think it may get in, but it might also...
You're concerned about Matt?
Only a little bit. At 2 to 1, I wouldn't want to be taking it on that.
Number 6 was the best run in the lead up to the size. It was called 7Apr2018. I marked it 10, so I give it a good chance. I think it parks beautifully. I think $18 definitely.
A lot of late mail from G. Pollock today, you know?
I've worked right through the night, guys. And all the day before. No midweek racing this weekend, nothing to do with the form.
The Derby, Vinda Dances 8 to 1 into 6 to 1, and Tangle 20s into 16s. They're the only firmers I could find this morning.
Race.
Yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? Gord, Furor still...
Yeah, I've become keener on Furor actually. It's getting into quite a short quote now.
It's still
$6 or something like that.
Still $7.
I'll do a nudie run of the places, done around the park.
I know. You already owe us a nudie run.
I know I owe one nudie run.
It's double or nothing.
My chance to get out.
You're just going to keep on doing this.
Otherwise I have to do 2 left.
Well, I want you to win that bet.
I'm just waiting for someone to come back.
It's definitely about this horse. It comes out of the right lead up and was the best run in that race.
Paul, have you got a play in the Derby?
Not really, Mark. I've got Ace High at favourite, but about 5 to 1. Hero I've got about 6 to 1. Maybe Vinda Dance I've got it as a chance around about the 13 to 2 mark. So
that's pretty much the
I've marked it 7 to 1 the field. It's a hot race, half race. 7 to 1 Ace High, 7 to 1
It's a very difficult race. I mean, Mission Hill's a chance. There's a whole bunch of them. Lavendi's a rough chance. Where do you go? I think it's just going to have to be wait and see what
a great race
does.
The TJ Smith, the only firmer I could find this morning was Global Glamour, 15s into 10s.
Oh, getting Glad Bullets marks here.
Pub money.
Oh, G Pilot's marked at 10s.
I'm marked at 10s.
There you go. Paul, what do
We differ
TJ?
on that one. I got it marked 20s. I think it's got a holiday gate, and it's going to face a tough trip. I've got In Her Time and Redzell obviously the 2 picks, leaning ever so slightly to In Her Time at the odds, and I'll probably end up backing it. Brave Smash, I've got it down at 15 to 2. Then we go out to English double figures. So for me, I'm probably backing In Her Time and Redzell price dependent.
Right, In Her Time's on the wings. Are we still Redzell Mad Keen, you guys?
I'm marked at 64, I think it's the one to beat. I've got In Her Time and Brave Smash make the sample price at 5. I'm a bit against In Her Time after watching all the tapes. And, you know, I've just gone cold on it.
I thought it got the right run last start.
Yeah.
Redzell's done nothing.
And I kept looking exact to Corey. Corey's going to have a big enough chance with D'Agento later on.
Are we going to get 6 to 4 Redzell? That's a fantastic price.
He gets 6 40 on the fair.
You might actually have
the Doncaster, Kementari's actually 11 4 into 5 to 2. It's the only firmer I can find in the race.
Got a great chance, but you know.
You said both of them couldn't win yesterday.
Yeah, but
so,
once I
like,
went through all the tapes, and I do all the work for the previous show, and then in the afternoon I go do all the tapes. March 7 to 2, favourite Kementari, it's got a better chance than I thought. So.
Right. Gord, you're bullish?
Kementari's a bet.
Paul?
I don't know if it's bad.
about 3 to 1 Kementari, Happy Clapper next pick, D'Argento against at the price. Obviously horses like Lanciato are flying, but you know, marked in their 20s.
I want to mention 2 roughies there, guys. I marked them both. I marked them under 25s, but they are $51 when he's prized I expected to be in the finish, and Egtard, the trial was unbelievable. The times were so had a great effort.
Okay, well today we'll actually know where Egtard sits in the spectrum, because there's no excuses for Egtard not to show her best,
Should do something.
whatever that is. And the nightcap, Harmattan is off the map. It's into 7 to 4. It's been firm, I think, ever since acceptances were taken, and it's the only firmer I could find in the race. Apart from my roughie, which is the Promise, which was 150s on Thursday, it's now into 60s.
I love that tip. You know what? I'm going to have something on Condor at 200 to 1 as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
You were tipping that roughie in the derby. Yeah. Paul, you got anything to say about the last? Gord's a lover man.
Harmattan favourite for me at 7 to 4.
My best bet of the day's in the race.
Wedgie, I think, is definitely right in this race, and his value at the current plate. I've got Lover 13 to 2, so I'm against it. I don't think this is the right race. I think the Oaks is probably where they're heading, and I don't think it's got the ideal platform. I mean, I know it's well in on the lakes, given that it's run under quality conditions and it should have more. But
it has the stink of being. He's going to have a run.
Yeah, but there's also basically what we're saying is if you want to back Lover, don't jump in.
Don't bet late.
I haven't
Bet late
touched
if you
it
want to
yet.
back
I'm going to bet late, and I'm going to bet very aggressive late because it's going to get to a fantastic price. When you can get the best horse in the race with the best jockey, with a great trainer of 3-year-old fillies, and you're going to get long odds close to the jump, it's always a bet for me.
The thing is, they've already backed him in, so where are they going to ease Lover 2?
Well, there's a back toe man, but they're still sitting there at 120.
Yeah, that's right. So it's got to get out, but will it get out too?
No, the Betfair speed will be 100. Glenn, what is your?
Well, my $25 each way for Miss Bondi, who I always throw a bet on now that she's knocked up, my lovely daughter. Best bet of the day, $19 each way, all day, A on it. Big one.
Okay, that's the top-up show. Hopefully you got something out of it. Don't forget that we have 3 other shows through the week for members. It's $5 a week to watch the shows. It's $22 a week for Mounting Yard Mail for every city meeting, My Sets for every city meeting, plus Brisbane Mounting Yard Mail each Saturday, and from next Saturday we'll have Melbourne form. So stay tuned.
Not just that, Mark. The first 2 weeks for free. If you want to come on and have a little lick, we're providing an ice cream. You want to come and have a taste. The first 2 weeks are for free. And if you're ever unhappy, we'll give you your money back.
And if you sign up, you might get a chance to see Glenn naked on Monday as well.
Who knows? Or not Monday. It might have to be Monday week because Glenn's boot bound.
I'm like a Swedish schoolboy under all this. Don't worry about me.
All right, so we'll see you on Monday for the rant, and next Saturday for the next top-up show, which will be QE Stakes, Queen Elizabeth Stakes Day.
Good money.
See you.
Thank you.